Hi. Didn't. See. You. There.
Well, hi, we're here again for another Face2Face Rockasaurus interview. This time with Attic Theory, and we have with us Lewis Wright and Tim Cunningham from Attic Theory. Welcome, guys.
Hello. Hello.
Good to see you. Attic Theory have been pretty busy lately. Well, I say lately, until this stuff hit the fan. Major accolade with the Planet Rocks Award for Best New Band.
Yeah.
That was quite amazing. How did you feel about
that? Shocked. It was one of those moments that we've got quite loyal fans and family, friends. When we kind of asked them to do something, they do. So when it was announced, I was actually asleep at the time, and my future wife ran in. Not being able to say many words, and with the phone at me, and I was like, "What's up? What's up?" She's like, "You won!" Like screaming, and I was like, "Wow!" But it was obviously we're proud to have won, but it was a shock. What about yourself, Tim? What did you think?
Well, I called you, and you couldn't talk. Because I found I looked probably about the same time as Kelly and saw what had happened. And I was like phoning Lou, Lou, quite a lot like that. And he couldn't really talk because Lou's not. I mean, let's be fair, you're not the best in the mornings, are you, mate?
No.
I mean, neither am I. And it was just, it was a shock, but it was a lot of hard work had gone into it of trying to gather the troops. We've got troops online, and they're amazing.
Well, absolutely, and the hard work paid off, certainly. Whilst the body of work you've got out there at the moment is relatively small, but I'm sure you've got more in the pipeline to come.
Yeah, we've got the EP obviously coming out on the 27th of November, and then obviously we're going to head back in the studio in New Year and record the album. So yeah, that's exciting times, to be honest.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Lovely songs on the way for you, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear it. What I've heard so far has been absolutely superb. I mean, really. The great thing with your music is it's fresh, it's new, it's different. It's, not more often than not, you compare one band with another. It sounds like so-and-so. It sounds like them. You can't say that about you guys. It's original work in every sense, which is what I absolutely love about it. You've got the depth, you've got power to it, which is sadly lacking in a lot of bands these days. But you guys have got it in spades, and that's really good to hear.
Thank you very much. It's the one of the things that we sort of pride ourselves on is our signature. One of the reasons why the EP is called the Sign of an Active Mind is because we like to work as a collective, as like a hive mind. And for me, it's everybody's got to like the song, everybody's got to feel the song, and the way we work. Obviously one of us has that light bulb moment, brings it to the table, but that's one of the reasons why I think we have that signature because. And also, we don't go in pretending that we want to be Guns N' Roses or any other band. We go, well, there's already a Guns N' Roses, there's already an AC/DC. Let's just be us. Let's just write some songs as the six of us, and and see what we come up with. That's kind of how it goes, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah, we've never written a song we've never written a song thinking we want to be like this band for this song. Yeah. I think it's worth noting that four of us are music teachers in the band. Me, the other guitarist Peter, Kenny the bass player, and Matt the drummer. We're all instrumental teachers, and we teach every style or every day.
Yeah.
And we had a really good conversation on Facebook Messenger last night, didn't we, Lou, about Megadeth and Toto?
Yeah.
Well, there's a combination.
I love. They were my first metal band, Megadeth.
Yeah.
I started strong. I went in Megadeth, and we were talking. Well, Matt's the drummer's favorite bands, Toto, who were amazing.
Yeah.
So like you can see, there's a big swathe of music between them, and we kind of occupy everything in the middle, and we like everything. You know, we do. We don't just like rock.
No,
we like everything, and if it's done well, you know, got some time for it.
Absolutely right. No, I mean that's you should never be too precious about music. Let's face it, you know, because a lot of people have got talent. You know, all right, won't float everybody's boat necessarily, but you know, you have to appreciate the you know, people with talent. And if you do that, I think it gives you a much more open mind, particularly when you're producing music like yourselves. You can bring more ideas to the table, and that's apparent in the music you're producing.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is the way we do things, as we said, and you said, it's like you've got to. You can't limit yourself. You can't, you know, if you suddenly turn around and just because, I think, you know, as I said before, you know, you're trying to be like a band, you're limiting yourself there because let's be honest, your vocal range or your skill technique might be better than some of these big bands, you know, and they happen to have that big break, but you know, physically and like technically, you might actually be a better musician because let's be honest, a lot of these guys that are big aren't the best guitarists in the world or aren't the best drummers in the world. But, you know, when you've got a selection of guys that are sort of as competent as we are, it kind of, we're able to step back a little bit as well and be like, you know what, let's just write as us. What do you bring to the table? Well, me, Lewis, is going to bring this. You know, not me, Lewis, pretending to be Axl Rose is going to bring this in. You know, that sort of thing. It's originality, and there's already those bands out there. I don't want to be a carbon copy of somebody that's already out there, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that sticks in our brain as well. I think, you know, we don't want to just mimic somebody else.
No. We'll never be as good as
exactly.
We'll never be as good as Alice in Chains. We'll never be as good as Pearl Jam. We'll never be as good as Toto. But like, so why be anyone else? Why be anyone else? We are strongly us.
Well, yeah, you are Attic Theory, and you know that's what comes through. You know, very much so. 1, 2, 3 are Attic Theory. Can you give us a sort of a bit of a potted history as to how the band came to be?
Do you want to take this, or do you want me to, Tim?
Well, it started with Lewis and Matchstick Men. So Lou was in Matchstick Men, weren't you, buddy?
Yeah.
You know, and you were like a kind of grunge rock.
Yeah, it was a lot more chilled than what we do now.
Yeah. And I was in some heavier bands. I was in a band called Rain May Fall at the time, but I've known Lewis for years because of the Liverpool music scene. And I actually found an email the other day, didn't I, Lou, from about 15 years ago?
Yeah.
When Lewis was the promoter for the main metal nightclub in Liverpool, asking us to play. I was like, oh, Lou, look at this memory I've got of us. And then Lewis poached me. I'm not going to say anything different. You poached me. Really sneakily, we ended up in a Stern Temple Pilots tribute band together. And then we said, well, I may as well play bass for you in the normal band because, like, you need a bass player in that band too. And then my band ended. My other band ended. And I said, well, I'm playing the guitar now. Let's get a bass player.
Yeah.
And then we got Kenny on bass, our South African connection. He's is he the funkiest man alive?
I'd say so.
He's the funkiest man alive. He doesn't stop. His bass playing is very much like his conversational skills. It's like, oh God! I've got to see him today. He's going to kill me for that.
He won't have seen this before then.
No, he won't see it. That's fine. I'll be able to hide. And then we changed drummers because we want to be the best. The whole attic theory, and Lewis should take this. It's about being the best version of yourself.
Yeah. It's just that was the whole sort of premise. It's based on Sherlock Holmes. It's his mind palace, and it's like removing all of the useless information, and basically, as Tim said, making yourself the best version of yourself. So basically, with our previous drummer, we didn't have the best version of ourselves. So unfortunately, the weak link needed to go. Yeah, so
it was a sad time, but you've got to we're all friends, and it gets weird with us, doesn't it, Lewis? Let's be fair, because we're a heavily non-toxic organization, which is really cool nowadays, isn't it? We've got no time for bullshit. We're friendly. We have a lot of interband banter that should never be repeated at times.
I think that's a hint.
Things we've said to each other stay in practices and on tour, don't they, Lou?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Hey, yeah, Lou. Things stay on tour, like what you did to me. But like we do this like without trying to do it. We're completely non-toxic about what we do. There's no hatred. There's nothing. We're just straight on the level with each other now. And when you get disharmony musically, because we were not working together, and it was change members or split up, really. That was the path we were going down, Lou. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something was gonna break, and that's not cool, is it? So making us the best version of ourselves has made us even stronger. Is getting you, and then we've got Lou's brother-in-law to be on guitar, who's one of the most like reliable musicians and people on the planet, isn't he, Lou?
He is. He's great.
He is the most dependable man. He's such a fantastically tight guitarist, and he gives us some serious bottom end filth. Is what he's there for. It's what he does, but he does it fantastically well.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he's just great to be in a band with. They're all great to be in a band with. I'm gonna stop getting soppy now.
But it's like he touched on a drummer, Matt Simon. He's great, phenomenal player, absolutely phenomenal player. One of the things that you get with Matt Simon is he's actually an amazing percussionist as well. So a lot of the time you get drummers that can just play the drums or whatever. He lives and breathes rhythms basically, and the EP does have a lot of percussion on, obviously all done by him, to give it a little bit sort of thicken the sound of the drums and things. It's great what he's done. Great what he's done.
Yeah, certainly there's a huge depth of sound to the EP. Obviously I'm privileged to have heard it, but it's that comes across with the percussion and the drums. There is great depth there, and it actually sounds like you've got more than one drummer actually.
He can do all that live. Yeah, he can do all that live.
Yeah. How many arms has he actually got?
He's got his arms.
We've got an amazing video because we toured with Tantric in December. It was our drummer's stag do in Amsterdam when we played there. We've got an amazing video from a nightclub in Amsterdam. Well, I can't remember the name of the place. It was like the rock bar, and it was a rock metal pub in Amsterdam. And Matt is pretending to play the drums with two massive dildos.
Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Love it. So, I mean, obviously, you know, all this COVID-19 business has really put the skids on everything. I mean, it's how are you guys actually coping with it?
Weirdly okay, to be honest. I seem to be all right normally. You know, I thought, you know, in a situation, if I was to go back in time and you know, revisit it, which obviously I don't want to, I would think I was going to deal with it like a lot worse, but I'm fine. I've been keeping myself busy. We've been entertaining ourselves a lot. At the beginning of the first lockdown, we've been entertaining ourselves a lot and entertaining the fans. You know, we did a lot of the stuff where we piece it together musically, stuff like that. And you know, we were writing songs. You know, we've been focusing a lot on the album, but we've yeah, I've been all good.
Doesn't matter what you think of me. Doesn't matter if I fail or not. Doesn't matter what you do to me. Doesn't matter. I won't stop. Don't get in my way.
That's it. I think if you keep yourself busy, don't stagnate, you'll be okay. Because instead of teaching face-to-face, because my job was teaching guitar and bass, we moved on to online, and I was doing that every day. And then I got really involved in the garden. I hurt myself quite a few times in the garden. But like, you know, it was obviously, there were times when I think it got to everyone a little bit, didn't it? You know,
yeah.
Stressful moments, and because it was weird. We've never done this before. No. And again, weird again. Lockdown Part 2, the revenge.
Yeah, well, we're back in it, aren't we? I see you did a great video actually for New Wave of Classic Rock.
Hello, welcome to ATTV. Breaking news just in. With the help of the good people over at New Wave of Classic Rock, Planet Rock's best new band, Attic Theory, are releasing a new song for all you lovely cherubs called Paper Mache. Using the art of digital wizardry, the band have put together an acoustic version of the song, which has been written and recorded whilst they are completely separated during lockdown. They have never actually played this song together before. See what you think, viewers. Enjoy.
That went together beautifully, actually. I mean, it was quite surreal, but it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it was great for them because they just played their parts. It wasn't for me because I had to edit the bloody thing. So yeah, it was quite a task because I'd never done it before. I mean, obviously, no one had really thought, "Oh, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to do this." But you know, a lot of people are miming now over the videos. Yeah, we didn't do that. We recorded them to a metronome. Each of us did it to a metronome, and I pieced it together.
Yeah.
So it was.
You got the smelly end of the stick for that, then, didn't you?
The massively smelly end of the stick. Yeah. It's been, soaking in it for about 2 hours. Yeah, that's smelly.
It's all in the bells. They help my mind be still and glue my thoughts back together. An itch you can scratch away behind a mask of paper mache. An itch you can scratch away behind a mask of
kept me busy, to be honest. It kept me really busy, and that was good for me. But sometimes it did get a bit hard. It was more the rendering. So obviously, when I'm rendering it, that took an hour. So if I wanted to send it to the guys to have a look at, and they go, "Oh no, that bit's wrong," and it's like a tiny bit, it's taking me an hour to render it, and it's taking them like 5 seconds to go, "That's wrong." So then I've got to edit it and then render it again for an hour. So it's,
yeah. Well, I suppose it kept you out of mischief for a while then, didn't it?
It did. And I got a big lump on my head from banging it against the wall, but apart from that, it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose in many respects, with the pandemic, it's actually sort of stopped you from capitalising on, the Rocks Award that you got from Planet Rock, because that was obviously a major boost to your profile. But then it's not as if you've been able to actually capitalise on that since.
It's been a strange one for us, really, hasn't it, Tim? We got to the point where we thought we hadn't done, we were, everyone, the world had stopped and everything like that, but we seem to have done loads, because like we're now charting in Shazam in America, which is bizarre, which is great, but it's really a lot of it's based around Seattle, and I'm a big grunge head, so it was, for me, that was like teenage me was just like, ooh, this is brilliant. But yeah, it's one of those things. And we got a distribution deal as well. We had got a distribution deal from Nova, so it's like linked with Universal Music. So it's great. It's all this stuff happened in lockdown. Like the gentleman explained to me that we'd have to go for meetings normally, and we'd have it'd take a longer process. But because it was lockdown, I did it all over online. So it was like I didn't have to travel anywhere, and things like that. And it's mental. It seems to be the studio itself as well. That was crazy. That was after everything sort of calmed down. But we were all doing things individually, which I've never done before. It's normally everyone's there. So yeah, we were really busy, surprisingly. But we still think it was our fault. So I think somebody up there seen that we won that. And we're like, no. I'm still convinced, aren't I, Tim, that it was Thanos. So Thanos just like snapped his finger when he seen that we won that award.
Which you can see from the Your Light video. There's a nice little section of Lewis reading a comic because he does that.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
And then he watches Marvel movies and then complains about them to me.
I don't complain. It's continuity, Tim. Continuity.
Yeah.
I don't want to trigger you, man. Sorry.
Yeah, best not set him off. Yeah.
No.
I'm excited. Are you excited, guys? Because I am.
So, as far as the album's concerned, I mean, where are we with that at the moment? Is it is it in the can, or is it on its way? How are we doing?
There's fine tuning to the songs, but all of the rest of the songs, the songs are written. So we're going to be going to the studio in the new year. We obviously, want to sort of push the EP for a little bit before we go into, we start announcing it, like as in, online announcing things. But yeah, it's more the fact is, we're happy to, like, the songs are written. We just got to, as I said, fine tuning them, isn't it, Tim? So it's like pre-production sort of level.
Songs are written. Now it is fine tuning. Yeah, it's just all fine tuning, because when we get to the studio, we don't change parts. Like that's we're quite vociferous about that. When we get in, it's written, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
you've already applied the polish.
We do all of that beforehand, and it's thrashing it out, and it's hard work, and we'll spend hours and hours and hours and hours on one song.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like what you're meant to do, I think.
Well, I think so. Obviously, the less time you're actually spending in the studio as well, the less money you're spending on studio fees. So
exactly.
It's no good getting in the studio that's costing you a small fortune and then messing about with the songs when you're there. You really want to just get on and record the damn things.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we have found our bass player and drummer work better recording together exactly the same time. So most of the bass and drums are live, aren't they, Lou?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the bass and drums on the EP, that's them together.
Yeah.
Because they just click and it works. So if it works, let's not break it.
Absolutely.
12 hours. 12
Really?
hours.
Really?
Yeah.
12 long hours.
And now Kenny's here. And probably 3 more to go.
3 hours with you?
With me, with my face.
With that face.
Yeah. Oh, I bit you then.
Have you got tentative plans for touring next year? Once things are normal, if things are normal.
At the minute, we're just, we're taking it day by day. To be honest with shows, I've had a little bit of a problem with my voice as well. So at the minute, it's kind of I've been trying to rest it quite a lot. Everything's getting sorted, and I've got tablets I take and things like that, and it's getting better. But it's more. What's been weirdly sort of a godsend about the lockdown is that I've been able to rest it. So it's I'm still going to practice. It's come back now. It's fine. It's just taken a little bit of a beating, it seems, over the past year. And I like, as I say, this has kind of helped me rest it. So obviously when we do come back touring, it'll be 100% again. And I want us to worry about it as much as I was getting to a point where I was panicking before shows. I carry a steamer with me anyway. I do all proper warm-ups and things like that. And, I do look after my voice, but it's age and usage just start happening. And, you need to just go, I need to go and see someone. So I've just, but yeah, the rest is doing it so much good. And it's, at the minute, that's why we've done a couple of live things, but I'm kind of saying at the minute, can we not just so I get better, basically.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's your instrument. You've got to take care of it. Let's face it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one here can control me. I am the one who pulls your strings. No one here manipulates me. My marionette.
Well, and so if you want to find us online, it's actually very easy, isn't it, Lewis? Where we are Attic Theory branded. So if you type in Attic Theory on Facebook, Instagram is Attic Theory Band. Am I right?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Attic Theory Band. Facebook, we're just Attic Theory, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then Lewis, what's the Twitter handle?
Attic Theory. Basically, we actually came up with a name that was quite original. So if you just type that in, you can find us anywhere. To be honest, I think we've now got a TikTok as well, which we're venturing into those realms. So that's interesting to do that.
About.
Yeah, we've had 2 videos banned already.
Notoriety already. How about that?
Yeah, well, one of them was. I like to quickly tell you this. One of them was banned because Matt's underpants were up his bum, right? And that's the reason they gave me. 2 seconds later, after we got the ban, a lady with a bikini on with her thong up her bum was shown. So I screenshotted that and sent it to them going, what's the difference? Can you actually explain to me what the difference is here? And lo and behold, minutes later, the video was put back online.
Brilliant. Love it.
It did involve this as well. So anyone who wants to go on TikTok, this is like a big guitar headstock, like cheese board kind of thing that one of our guitarists made me. It involves that as well, doesn't it, Lou?
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the very, very best. Give our best regards to the rest of the band.
Will do. Thanks, Nick.
Every success for the future. I'm sure you'll
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
My pleasure. Cheers, mate. Take care.
Let me be your light.
When am I doing my mandolin solo?